Hey everybody, happy Friday. So I'm back for another review of Love After Lockup. I just want to thank everybody who has subscribed. I really appreciate it. And please be sure if you're watching this video to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. All right, so we're back for another review of Love After Lockup. Was it just me? Or was this episode long as hell? And it was not like it wasn't giving anything. So Love After Lockup season 5 episode 6 Unhappy Father's Day. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the bitch I hate the most. Okay, Brittany and Andy. Fuck the both of y'all. We TV, you on some fuck shit. You know that we were waiting to see Renika and Asante after y'all played with us at the end of the last episode and they didn't even show up this episode. Okay, so she must catch him and then that's it. Fuck y'all. Anyway, Andy and Brittany. Okay, so meanwhile, back at the ranch in Rome, Georgia. Okay. Brittany's trying to sleep in the guest room. Okay, whatever. I don't care. So her accent is actually starting to annoy me. Like it's actually started to annoy me in a way that I wasn't prepared for. Okay, she is so entitled. Now I'm not saying that Andy isn't as delusional as fuck, but he does have a home in which you are living, and that's why I'm calling you entitled. Anyway, so she's telling him he's needy, but bitch, you living in his house because you don't have no place else to go. So I don't know that needy is kind of the word you want to weaponize against him. Okay, anyway. It's clear she's not attracted to Andy, and instead of staying with her family, it just seems to me that she wants to be his roommate, okay? Because nobody is checking for her, and I really think, when she pisses him off, like when she really pisses him off, he's gonna pull a white man, and by that I mean, he's gonna call the police and have her removed from his home. And the next thing you know, she's going to be backpacking in the cell. Just saying. Anyway, so I was thinking to myself, when I was looking at her, I was like, why does she have all these graphic tees and shit? And she is like 4 days out of jail. Girl, why? Anyway, Brittany, baby girl, you are not, I hate to be the one to tell you, but it just seems like you don't know. You are not the cat's meow. Okay, you're just not. So, bitch, chill. Okay? Then, as usual, she is doing her interviews talking about other people's problems because she doesn't have any. Talking about Andy's selfishness. And he's moving too fast. And I was like, bitch, you have a whole ass mattress to yourself in a third separate bedroom on the other side of the home. Bitch, if you don't like it, take your ass back home 2 hours to wherever the hell you came from in Podunk, Georgia. Don't play with us, okay? Just don't. Don't play with us. All right? Anyway, so, yeah, she goes on. He gave you money. Cut the fuck shit. Stop. He stood outside during that child's party. I would have left your ass. Anyway, so, just go back home, wherever the fuck that is. Like, what the fuck? Why do they keep, like, trying us with this? So, anyway, so Brittany's ugly ass. I'm sorry. That's me. But Brittany's ugly inside. Maybe that's what I should have said. Okay? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Anyway. Now, so Brittany wakes up, and says that she just knows she can do it. I was like, bitch, you knew that. Stop bringing up your kids. You don't give a fuck about them or Andy. I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm done with Brittany. I'm done. I don't like her. I'm done. So I was like, somebody come get this hoe off the show. Just stop. Just take them off. Take them off. We would love to see how Renika rebuilds her relationship, and we can watch her Oregon Trail her ass back to Louisville, Kentucky. But anyway, y'all's relationship isn't going anywhere. It's not a relationship. He might as well be your landlord. Your relationship isn't going anywhere, and I want you just to stop fucking with me, WeTV. Just stop. I've been a fan of this show for years, and you're making it hard. Anyway, so then she's mad about how he lied, and he only gave her $500 instead of $1,200 he promised her. And he had told her that something happened with his bank and it was fraud, whatever. Does that happen? Yes. The fact this happened twice does seem suspect. But at the end of the day, fuck it, at the beginning of the day, he's taking care of you economically and putting a roof over your head, Brittany. Okay, and got you on the show. Maybe you waiting for your check before you escape. Anyway, and some people, come out of prison and don't have anywhere to go. So as far as I'm concerned, I just feel like, shut the fuck up. This could be a whole lot worse. And trust me, it is a lot worse for a lot of people. Okay, and I'm not saying because you get out of prison, some man has the right to force you in his house and abuse you or something like that. I'm not making that point. I'm making that point because I think she's a narcissistic, all kinds of problems. Anyway, and has all kinds of problems, I mean. Anyway, so then you say, she said she doesn't have anywhere to go. And she should have had a plan B. Because she doesn't want to put the stress on Gracie. And I was like, yes, you do. You and Gracie probably got into it in that car when you heard him and got back. Because that was a little too swift for me. Okay? And that's why you back at the motel, hotel, Holiday Inn with your Roseanne looking ass. Anyway, so then you say your mother is going to worry about you. So you're not going to call her. She's going to be worried about you using. And, I do think your mother's probably worried. I think in general. I think you can't go to her house, though. I don't believe that. I don't believe you can go to her house. And I'm sure she does worry, but you have disappointed her so many times. Nevertheless, I'm tired of this shit, Brittany. Golly, you are just ridiculous. She doesn't like him. Why do I have to keep saying this? I don't know. So she doesn't like him. And we get it. She doesn't want him. Andy, I think you know it. Just following her. Can I join you? Can I do this? Which would be normal in a relationship when you like somebody. It's not annoying unless you've had a fight of some sort. But you don't even like him, and it's obvious. And I shouldn't say it reminds me of, but it just came to my mind when I would watch Quad with Dr. G on Married to Medicine, and I was just like, I didn't think she liked him, let alone loved him. I didn't even think she liked him. Anyway, so I just feel like, Andy, let her stop being your roommate. Okay? And move the fuck on. Tell her to take that $500 and wipe her ass with it for all we care. And she can Uber back to the part of Podunk, Georgia, where all her kids are that she claims to care so much about. Just leave us alone. We TV, stop filming them. Leave us alone. They're like Sean and Sarah on Life After Lockup. Like, we don't want it. We don't need it. Ain't got no time for it. Oh, no. Anyway, so she uses her kids to me as a shield. Okay? She doesn't want him. And you should have picked up WeTV with the storyline. Honestly, we were waiting for it. And that's for Nika and Asante. Okay, you could have saved our time with this Brittany and Andy shit. Then Brittany starts talking to Andy and says, like I said, let me tell you something. When somebody takes that fucking tone of voice with you, that means they are condescending as fuck. They are trying to get under your fucking skin. And they don't give a fuck. And they bitchy and all this other kind of shit. Because when people take that tone with me for a long time, I would just kind of shut down. I'd be angry. Because I have been reformed. And I'm one of the people that when I get quiet and angry, let me tell you something. I'm a dormant volcano. You don't fucking want it. Okay? You don't. Anyway, but we know Andy ain't got that kind of juice. All right? Because actually the way she said that, I would have thrown hands. I'm going to tell you that right now. So clearly your kids are better off. And I don't know. I don't want to sound mean. So never mind. I'm not going to say that. But I do think, Brittany, if you care, this would have never been a part of the plan. It wouldn't have. I think she didn't have other suitors the way she thought she would. And she couldn't sucker them the way she could sucker Andy. And I think she knew that. And that's why she kind of stuck to him by the time she was getting let out. Because she wanted somebody with resources. And they were not here for the bullshit. All right, so Melissa and Louie. We pick up with Louie dancing with the instructor. Okay, it's a dance class. Whatever. All right? Now, she's talking to herself in the mirror. She goes to the bathroom, talking to herself in the mirror, pissed off that the instructor is asking about him having lessons before. Okay. Bitch, she's here to do a job, Melissa. Okay? Sometimes you have to give the customer what they want. And men are easy to make feel good. They really are. Okay? So whatever. All right? And he's been in prison all this time. Let him enjoy a compliment or two. So Louis laughs at Melissa for being mad for flirting with this woman. Like, Louis could not fucking win. Like, he could not fucking win. And he's right, between Melissa and his mother, I'd lose my goddamn mind. So anyway, so Melissa was mad and she hated the date. Then she nagged his ass back all the way back from the date. And I'm just like, girl, why are you tripping? She's not checking for Louis. Melissa, you were tripping out. I mean, you were tripping the fuck out, okay? So anyway, she's been jealous of Louis' relationship since he was in prison or in that transition house, maybe. I can't remember exactly what it was. When he had the yoga instructor, she approached that woman like she was bold. That woman who had a whole ass wedding band on her hand. Yeah, that one. So anyway, now Melissa's mad and saying she's going to bed tonight and she doesn't give a fuck what they do. Da 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 da. Girl, bye. Just go to bed and hush. All right, so Melissa, girl, you are tripping so hard. It is unbelievable. So Melissa is mad that Louis, he came back to the hotel and didn't sleep in the bed with her. I said, bitch, like he slept on the floor. He wasn't somewhere you couldn't find him. Like, maybe because when they interviewed him, he was like, I tried to talk to her, I tried to reason when she was mad, she didn't want me near her. It's like, Melissa, you are a special kind of crazy. You are, but the thing is, the reason why I can be not as sick, I've seen your type too many times in my life. And I just hate chicks that do this kind of stuff. And I really do wonder what's swirling around that fucking head. Anyway, so Melissa, if you wanted a man you could watch 24/7, you probably shouldn't be dating someone right out of prison because they're right out of prison, male or female. People want to live a bit. Prison is a hard place to be. I don't care what you've done. It's a hard ass place to be. Okay, so she's packing and complaining about this damn dance instructor that we done forgotten about, who had y'all penciled in like a normal instructor. This was an hour class, whatever, all right? So she said she doesn't want to talk to, she doesn't want him to talk to women, period, until he learns how to act. I said, baby, slow your roll. But she ain't gonna do that. Anyway. And she was like, you learn how to talk to women normally. Melissa, you are crazy. And your idea of normal was for him to be silent around women. I just couldn't believe how she kept on carrying on. And she wasn't drunk or anything. Oh, gosh, can you imagine her drunk? She's the kind that fights at the bar. Anyway, Melissa, you're crazy. And you're crazy and you're mean when you started bringing up, well, the fact that you've been in prison for 10 years, this and the other. Well, is that what you mean? Is that how you feel? Then go find you a man that hasn't been in prison. Don't play with me. Don't. Okay? Melissa, you were okay, I think, with a man in prison. Because he was under surveillance. And like we've seen before, and I know you've seen the show before, it doesn't matter. People cheat regardless. It doesn't matter how much money they have, how much money they don't, what kind of job they have, where they live, how cute they are, how ugly they are. It doesn't matter. People will do it anyway. They do what they want to do. Okay? He just got out and he didn't do anything. Like, can we address that? Let me just be clear. He didn't fucking do anything. Anyway, so bitch, you go fuck yourself. All right? She kicked him out of the car on the way to the hotel. Oh, he goes see his friend Dirk. I don't care. I'm done. Okay, I may have had a drink before this video too. So forgive me. Sheree and Anthony. So they had the nerve to say Anthony and Sheree's hotel. You know that little thing at the bottom? And I said to myself, bitch, that's Sheree's hotel. And she has a whole hobosexual, okay? A man that would live with somebody who gets him housing. So they should have put his name in parentheses. It should have been like Sheree and then Anthony's. Because he ain't paid for nothing. Anyway, they're talking about this party that we've been hearing about for the past 5 fucking weeks that we haven't seen. The same way we can't figure out how to get Renika and Asante on camera together, and WeTV keeps playing us. So yes, Anthony, you need to keep it on the up and up. You're just getting out of jail, sir. Okay? So then he wants Advil or Tylenol because he has a headache. He needs to go see his PO. And she hands him this envelope to go and see his PO. And all I could think was like a kid. You remember when you would come like kindergarten, first, second grade, and you would come home with all those papers for your mother to fill out and sign? And that's what it looked like to me. And I was just like, why does it seem like such a mother-son relationship with them? They're the same age. They look the same age, but Fell takes care of him like a child. And that to me is like not cool. It's not. Anyway, then she's in the car and she was like, she doesn't care what the PO said. They're going to have the party because she paid too much for it anyway. Sheree, nobody asked you for this party, darling. Nobody. But I think you really want this party because you want to piss your baby daddy off. If you still want to fuck him, girl, just go after it. I know you got to see him when you pick up that little boy from his house. Anyway, so there was some woman in the office and that wasn't his like assigned PO, but she was like there, like, you know, when somebody gets sick or whatever. And she gave him an ankle monitor. And when he walked out, like, Sheree was like, oh my gosh, he has an ankle monitor. And I hate to say this, and I don't know who that PO was. But for some reason, I think it's a woman. And I know this is going to sound bad, but there are a lot of women when they get in positions of power that try to take it out on people and assert their power by doing shit like this. That they know is not on the books and they just want to like piss somebody off. And I'm not saying all women are like that. I'm not saying most women are like that, but many of them are. It just gave me that vibe. I don't know why, but it did. And I don't even like Anthony. But anyway, and men do it too, don't get me wrong. But I've seen this shit at work too many times. And people do fuck shit like this based on how they feel in the moment. And I hate people like that. Anyway, so he, you know, we come back to it later. He's pulling up with Sheree, because Sheree's driving with an ankle monitor. And she walks in carrying those shoe boxes and stuff for clothes she bought him. I'm going to tell you what bothered me about that scene. Sheree, you're a grown-ass woman. And this is supposed to be your man. You are opening the door with your fucking key, carrying like 3 big-ass shoes / clothes boxes. And this grown-ass motherfucker walking behind you. Don't ask, oh, baby, can I hold this? Oh, baby, let me carry this. I don't like men like that. And you can say whatever you want to say about me. I do not like men who are not respectful and not traditional. Yes, motherfucker, hold the door for me. Yes, motherfucker, let me walk in front of you. Yes, yes, yes. Not me carrying shoeboxes trying to put my key in my goddamn door. You don't even offer to help me. You ain't shit. What the fuck? You wearing the clothes I bought you. The least you could do is open a goddamn door. Anyway, and it just gave when she was giving him the tour of the house. But was it just me or was she acting like the mother again, but of like a foster kid who's coming to her house for the first time? That was the vibe I was getting. It really was. His mother comes in and jumps on him. This ninja got the nerve to act like he's annoyed. He really is acting like he's bothered. Anyway, and I get it, but you've been in jail. So yeah, your mother's gonna be happy to see you. But when I watched that also, if I have to go down the list of things, Kobe got me fucked up. Okay, Kobe had anybody in New York when that happened, that shit has fucked me up, okay? So, all I could think when she jumped on that bed was the germs. The germs. It was like she on a mask. She came from outside. What is she doing? I'd be pissed off if I was Sheree. She jumped on my clean sheets and comforter. Anyway, so he asked his mother how she feels about his relationship with Sheree. And she said, I like her until her mouth goes off. I don't like that. I'm going to say something, this, that, and the other. And he was like, well, you always have a lot to say. And I'm saying to myself, bitch, you got the nerve to be talking about Sheree in her house, taking care of your son that she went and picked up from jail, that she bought clothes for, and that she's carrying boxes of sneakers and shoes and clothes in the house, and then cooking for this person who don't have money, a job, or a pot to piss in, or a window to throw it out of. Slow your roll. Slow your motherfucking roll. Okay, so she's giving real mama DTs around the face and her behavior. All right, so Red and Joy know. I don't mean to laugh, but I just think I don't know what to think anymore. I really don't, because Joy know me, you make really poor decisions. And I do think the sister was not kind to you, but I also felt like she was asking some questions that were like legitimate. All right, so they go to pick up Red from jail, or they're planning to go pick up Red from jail, from St. Louis. So the mother was like, do you think New Mexico is a good place for him as they're driving? And she was like, and then the mother followed up. She was like, how much diversity is in New Mexico? None. Okay. Not, because I knew diversity meant how many black people are there in this case. And she said, well, I've never seen one black person in Farmington, New Mexico, whatever. And his mother was like, well, he's up against a lot of African American man. Do you think it's a good place for him? Facts. But his mother was like, I'm just going to put it out there. Do you know about the girls who send me money and then have me send it to you? Then she said, no. I mean, real resolutely, I have to give it to her. And then she starts talking about how she feels kind of dumb for not asking this, the fact that he has this. But she still trusts him. Joy know me. This is why I don't know how to feel about you anymore. Okay? Okay. So, I was thinking the mom is a true matriarch, but she started kind of showing her ass too. All right? Anyway, so she's getting ready to see Red straight out of prison. All right? And she is in the hotel room crying and doing her hair and crying and doing her hair. And she's crying the whole time she's doing her hair. And she was just saying that everything's about all the negative things. I'm trying to think about it, but they keep coming up. And I think Joy Nomi is sensitive, but also very, very sad. And she seems very sad to me. She seems depressed, sad, that boohooing. And I don't think it's fake. I really don't. I don't think it's like the white girl cry. I think she just has a lot going on. And it's unfortunate. It really is. Especially for that child. So she's getting ready to see Red, like I said. And Destiny comes to the door and was like, okay, we're ready to go. Destiny, you are extra. You're extra, you know you're on camera. Now, I get you don't like her, and that's fine, because you don't know her. But you're beating up on this girl, and it's mean. All right? And Joy, honestly, you're a little detached. Talking about him as her potential fiance and provider. I was like, girl, bye. Like, how? He's from Missouri. Now he has to go to New Mexico. And he's going to be a black man in New Mexico. And a place where you've never seen a single black person. Baby, you are getting way, way, way too ahead of yourself. Relax. Okay? Period. Joy, you are, yeah, I can't get ready. So then the mother is fussing at her for not being early. Like, she was like, oh, well, you knew we had to get there early, this and the other. And I was thinking to myself, couldn't you and Destiny have driven yourselves? Why would y'all jump in a car with a stranger, have her driving y'all all the way there, and y'all don't think to just do something on your own from the gate? Y'all didn't know if this bitch was real any more than anybody else. Hell, it could have been using AI for her face. Anyway, Um, but it just seemed like, okay, I get it. Just leave me alone. So then the family, the mom and the sister, start questioning why she hasn't been to see him, but has sent him money. And she was like, what I do with my money is my business. I said, okay, girl. Which is true. Which is true. Um, but that is a good question, right? You didn't know that though before this car ride, mom? How come the mother never asked her, you know, why, when was the last time you saw my son? Why, why, how come you haven't come to visit? So this couldn't be the first time they're having this conversation. So as far as I'm concerned, Joy was talking way too much once they were outside of the prison about all the barbed wire and how she couldn't imagine. Everybody else was just kind of quiet, a bit somber. I'm sure relieved that he's getting out, but just kind of. And Red's mother was just kind of crying. She was taking on a lot. But at the same time, Destiny, why weren't you comforting your mother? You didn't rub her back or her shoulder or give her a hug. And to me, for you to be so concerned with your brother, and I'm just kind of like, but you can dismiss your mother's tears. My mother cries, it makes me want to cry. But okay, Joy, you're naive or crazy. And I'm not sure which one it is, but hopefully this show in the next few weeks will reveal to us whether you are crazy, naive, or just on straight fuck shit. Anyway, Brittany and Keurig. All right, and this is a group. Not a group, but a couple that's entertaining, but they be teasing us too much with this. All right, so we get Keurig praying out loud. Okay, you can say a prayer. Anyway, so she and Keurig are supposed to go to dinner, and she's trying to get her dad on the phone. She is like about to cry because he wasn't picking up the phone. So she's so upset that he may not come, and that to me was a little hard to watch. Because Brittany is still very young. Keurig's very young, but Brittany's younger than him. And to me, those tears were like just another gut punch. Another disappointment for her. And I really feel bad for her. I just do. I think she's too young and she doesn't know how to fight for herself. All right? So Keurig is trying to practice at the dinner table, trying out her Spanish. He sucks. Okay, he sucks. And I feel bad for Brittany because she reminds me of too many girls I've read about in like sociological studies, and the ones I've seen in real life. When you don't have a family that supports you emotionally, psychologically, and economically to some degree, but especially psychologically and emotionally, when you don't have that, and you meet some man that can provide stability, and just the things that you didn't have growing up, you end up in situations where you depend on somebody else. Whether it's that man specifically or that man and then that man's family. And if he becomes abusive, that young lady ends up trapped, not having anywhere to go. And the abuser knows that she can't escape because she has nobody. And I feel like that's what I'm seeing with Brittany. And I feel like that's why I don't like Keurig talking to her any old kind of way and that kind of thing. So she ends up leaving a restaurant. She set up a restaurant reservation, everything. And her dad just disappointed her and doesn't even come meet her for dinner. I feel bad. It's Father's Day at that. And she made plans for her father. And he's not acting like a dad. Now, a piece of me does wonder if he's concerned about the cameras. Because we always have to consider that when people don't show up and don't know what's to be expected. The cameras are not for everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now she has to drive home because Keurig doesn't have a license while she's crying through her tears. Okay, and I feel bad for her. And Kelly, who is Keurig's prison mom, talks to her and said, "Your dad will come around. He'll come around." And I don't know whether that's true, but I could tell that Brittany probably needed to hear that. Because sometimes you just have to tell people what they need to hear, so they can just, as best they can, kind of move on. So Brittany's helping Keurig's mom cook, which is a cute scene. And she told her to get her bond. And she was like, I don't want no hair in my food. And I said, yes, ma'am. Okay? I can't stand that shit. I will not eat anything off my plate if I see a hair. That shit's going back if we're in a restaurant. And I damn sure ain't eating nobody's house eating a hair in their food. Okay? Okay. So, meanwhile, Keurig is outside pushing up weights like he's in a prison yard. But anyway. But the mother is asking about her cooking and her relationship with her father. And Brittany's just like, I don't like greens. I don't even like them for myself. And the mama turned her around and she was like, when I met you, you was like 104 pounds. You are not that anymore. That's because of greens. And I don't know why black people do that, because don't get me started. Anyway, I find it hard to believe Keurig's mother hadn't heard the story that Brittany told before. But whatever, it's TV. So, Brittany was essentially. I'm glad Keurig's mother is supporting her. But baby, you need some therapy, Brittany. And that's not a read. I go to therapy every week. That is not a read, okay? She got gang raped, essentially. After a party, the parents didn't have any idea. She didn't tell them because she does what a lot of victims do of anything. They feel ashamed, embarrassed. They wonder what people are going to say. Well, why'd you let that happen? This, that, and the other. All the things that make people go instead of like this. Okay? And the parents don't have any idea. And that's how a lot of girls end up in trouble. You punish them, you don't explain things to them, and it's just fucked up. It really is. And I hope her parents watch this. And I hope they have several moments of conviction, so that they can go and reach out to their daughter and to really be good parents to her. And I like the mother and Brittany's relationship. I really do. So Keurig didn't get on my nerves too much this episode, but I know he will in the future, so I'm just going to leave it there. But anyway, y'all have a great Friday, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.